everyone, my name is Chelsea and I'm a crafty companion, and I built this shelf so now I have space for my cross stitch and yarn stuff. Really excited. So I have K-pop albums, I have yarn and my knitting and crochet tools in here, fabric for cross stitch, and then these are my like non-started whips, and then these are all my current whips other than what's goes to work with me. I had a very active week this week. We went to St. Louis and I got a whole box. Like that entire box right there is just filled with floss that I haven't organized yet. Then I got the shelf from IKEA right here. Then lots of fabric. I bought everything for like $100. It was crazy. Other than the shelf, obviously. What else happened? We played our first game of, or our second game of Digimon. And then the Midnight Stitchers finally started meeting. So it's been really, really fun. I really like having them around to talk to. It's almost every night. It's at least half the week that we've been over the course of like 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., 6 or 7 a.m. We just kind of sit and chat as we cross stitch, and it's helped me get a lot of stuff progressed and done. And so just like last week, I have a finish this week as well, which I know is crazy. I've been doing these since August and I've not had one finish until last week. That's crazy. So it's been really, really fun. And I enjoy working with them. We finally decided on doing Lola Lada's store on Etsy for our Sal. And then next Sal, I think we're going to be doing Lunar Fox Stitch, which is the one that I have the Dragon Haku and the Spirit of the Kohaku River and a whole bunch of stuff. But hopefully we do Lunar Fox Stitch next time because I already have those and I'm doing a no-buy, so that would make the most sense for me. But I don't know how, because that was the second choice, and I think that's why I'm going to be able to say we're going to do Lunar Fox Stitch. It was second choice, and the next year we do another poll. Because I can't buy anything, so I have to work with what I have, which is a lot. But, yeah. So, yeah, and tonight I'm going to help my friend propose to my best friend. So that'll be fun. Let's talk about things that I did do this week. Let's start with things that aren't cross-stitch because it won't take that long to get through. I worked on the Casablanca baby Sal. Not Sal, but crochet the blanket. And so I'm up to here now on the first band. And it is stunningly gorgeous. I don't know. I made one mistake so far, and I was able to catch it and fix it. But I am really, really in love with it. It's so soft and squishy. But it's going to take a while because it's a long strip of blanket. But that is from Tina Kell on Ravelry. And then I worked on my block blanket. Here we go. And it's mid-row, so it's going to be still turned, but this is where I'm at. Where is my stitch marker? Okay. So the last time you saw it, I've only done about 4 rows because I did it while I was going up to Columbia. So my stitch marker's right here on the other side. So there you go. That's where I'm at with that. There's gonna be lots of movement. Andy's awake now, and he's working. So he's here. All right, so that's my knitting and my crochet for the week. Let's talk about a finish. It's not fully finished. We're still looking for the right frame to put it in. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this over. So this is on, oh man, I wish I would have had the thing so I could tell you what it's actually called. But this is on Called For fabric. It's a 16 count. And then it has the Called For floss. This is the Sampler of the Month by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's the January sampler. I should have February in the mail very, very soon. It's gorgeous. I've decided I hated these snowflakes. They were awful. I like this one. But it is stunning. I learned how to do colonial knots this week. I learned that Really Tealy is my favorite color in Classic Colorworks. So, yeah, I really love it. I think it's the cutest thing ever. So, there you go. That's going to get framed, but it's going to be on a magnet thing, so every month it's easy to just snap it off and put it in the new one. I have to get sticky board and everything, but that won't happen until January, so that's fine. I'm really, really happy with this. I love it. Next up, I worked on, we'll do this. I don't have anything unzipped because I am an uncoordinated, unprepared person. I don't have anything ironed, nothing. So I have my Animal Crossing salve by Cutting Cross Stitch. This is gonna be the thing today. There we go. So what I did was I worked from here over, trying to get down to January, so I can cover up January, so I can do it in January, and then pick it up and work on the frame whenever I need to try and get to February, which I believe is on the opposite side. So, but this is fun. I enjoy working on this. It's getting easier as time goes, and especially when I have like these big blocks of color. But I really struggle up here. There you go. There's Animal Crossing. This is on a hand-dyed 28 count even weave called 4DMC. And the bag is one I made with Spoonflower fabric. Next up is, this will be finished next week. You guys will have another finish next week. I am so close to being done with this. Everybody was like, why don't you just keep working on it in the meetings? And I was like, because then I'll have a finish every week of December. So this could have been finished this week. I got lazy. So here is the 2020 Halloween Sal. Very late. I only have 3 blocks left. I finished the Shining Girls, and we put a colonial knot for their eyes. Very hard to see. I finished the candle. I did Boo. And then I did the Hannibal Lecter mask, which nobody liked, and I agreed with them. I think it's awful. It's not good. It's not my favorite by far. There you go. I love it. I'm a fan. I can't wait for it to be done so I can frame it. 2020 Halloween is probably the worst Halloween ever, except that I got married that day. And I kind of want to do on the last one, I want to change out the last box, and I want to put a wedding ring. I think that would be really stinking cute. Or maybe like go to one of those like quarter machines and get one of the little rings and then just sew it on. That would be cute. I might do that. Wish I would have done that instead of the Hannibal Lecter mask. But that is from a kit. I believe that is a 14 count. It might be a 16 count. But it's from the kit that I got from Stitchonomy. So, alright, next up is Christmas Village by the Prairie Schooler. And I didn't work too much on this. I did fix a mistake that happened. I worked on this during one of the meetings. I remember one of my yearly goals is to finish this house. Oh, well, we're going to do it like this. There you go. So that is Christmas Village by the Prairie Schooler. This is on 25 count Jobelin, 1/1 with BMC. I filled in the Christmas tree. I filled in the bottom of the house. I haven't done the back stitching yet because I'm going to finish the house and finish this tree, and then I'll go in with the back stitching. But so far so good. It's going to be done this week. I think this is going to be one of the ones that I pick up, other than I have to get Rose Farm done because it was one of my yearly goals, and that hasn't been touched in ages. Just the frame. Obviously, I cannot do the entire pattern in 1 week. There's no way. Really excited about that. Then one of the other people in the Midnight Stitchers is working on Peppermint Purple, so I'm in a race to catch up with them. I'm not too far behind now. I am on the block they're working in, but I think they finished this row and did the block that I'm working on last in the row, so I have a row behind, I believe. You just hear me taking off hoops so you can see it. I told you I didn't flatten anything out. I am so unprepared today. But here is Peppermint Purple. I'm so sorry it has a hoop ring on it. There you go. Decidedly hated this block, but loved this block. This one was okay, but I made a mistake. I'm really liking it, and especially the more I get to a darker color. So I think she's done with this row. She's in this block right now. And my goal is to get all these and then this block done. So I'll be working pretty hard on that this week to try and get those done. This is on, I think this is called Mushroom. I have no idea what it's called. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and it is a 14 or a 16 count. I think it's 14. Obviously 1/1 for the back stitching, but I did 2/2 for the variegation border. I have some work to clean this up too, because some of my threads got broken by an old hoop. So I have to fix some of the borders around the edges. That's fine, won't take long. Then on December 19th, we had a challenge to work on something that we keep putting off and not working on. It was a birthday challenge for Andala, so happy birthday, Andala. And I worked on my mini possibilities of Evolution Hade. Not the stained glass Evolutions, but the Heaven and Earth designs. So I will move my needle minder. Maybe. Let's move that. Apparently down here. There we go. All right. So what I mostly did was I finished off this strip here and then continued filling in. But most of it was just this one thing. So I did about 200 to 400 stitches. I can't be sure because I didn't write it down from Pattern Keeper. So that was pretty fun. It was nice to have this out again because I just love the colors working on in here. I started seeing this ear come and take shape. So I'm really, really excited to get that page finished done. I have a feeling this Hade in particular is going to show the page lines just because of how I'm doing it. I am carrying my threads out, but not by line, it's by page. So it's not going to have as much backing on it. But we'll see. I think I enjoy working on it just because of what it is and having the colors. But I just don't work on it because it's such a big piece of fabric that it's kind of a hassle to set up every time. So, but at least because it's Aida and it is 18 count Aida, it's getting softer now the more I work on it, which is good because it was not soft before and it needed it. Then the last thing I worked on was something I said I would work on, and I didn't make it as far as I thought. The last time you saw it is I created the line to work up to, and I only started working up to it. So I still have the piece of floss to keep working, and so I can do that today, but I can't remember what color that is. So once I'm done with that floss, I have to put it away because I don't have the... I didn't export my Pattern Keeper to work on it at home. But to be fair, this is my work project, so I'm going to try and get this diagonal done this week, but we'll see. I have a lot of stuff going on. And my midnight stitchy groups only happen when I'm at home usually, so I can't work on this at my stitchy groups, which is when I get my most done. That is it for whips. This is going to be a short video. You're welcome. But I did do some haul, just a little bit. Other than my box of floss that I have to go through, they also gave me magazines. And where's the book? There was a big book. Oh, it's over there. I got, like, you can see it right here. It's on top of that little shelf. Is a book of stitching definitions from like the 80s. And it is a big book of stitching. And I don't know enough to fill that big of a book. So I'm quite excited to read it and figure out what it's about. I bought some patterns because I'm a bad person. First, I got more white on accident. This was supposed to be a light effects, and I just didn't read. Then I got these 3 golds. I knew I needed one of the light effect golds. I couldn't remember which one, so I grabbed all 3. It's not going to hurt. I think they'll sparkle up some pieces that I'm working on anyway, and I think it's this one that I needed there, or this one. But it'll be nice to have some sparklies. So I have the blanc. And then for my temperature typography from Stitch and Mommy, I picked out a toile. I picked out 8 colors. So I'm going to write down the temperatures. One's going to be like 90 plus, one's going to be 20 minus, and like 20 to 35, 35 to 45, you know, and range it up that way. Because I live in Missouri, so we get a very wide range of temperatures, and we can go into the negatives very easily. But we also go into the hundreds pretty regularly. So, very excited. It's just a rainbow, and it's going to be a rainbow red to purple. And I got some patterns. So, I'm hoping some of these, yeah, okay. So, I will show you. It's black and white. I apologize. But this is from Helena Kovalchuk, which is Cross Stitch for You's Etsy. I'm trying not to show the pattern. This is called Hobbit Hole. And it says, in a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Then I got 2 patterns for my pen pal. This is also, oh, yeah, 3 patterns for my pen pal. I apologize. This is from the same place, Cross Stitch for You. And it is R2-D2. It's a silhouette with the Death Star. I just, I love it. And when I'm done with it for her, it only has 4 colors, by the way. Peter Gray, Violet, Peter Light, and Black. So, I'm excited. It's a lot of blocks of color, which is what I prefer anyway. So, we'll see. Then I picked up this little porg from, it doesn't say, it really doesn't say. So it was from Etsy, but none of the pages say what it's from. But like I do with other things, when it's a pattern I can't really show you, I will show it way back here. It's a porg. I'm doing that for the pen pal, but that's also a really, really big project. So one of these is going to be for Christmas. One's going to be for her birthday. This is for her birthday. And if she doesn't like it, I will keep it because I love Eddie Izzard. This is Cake or Death. If you guys don't know the reference, you guys should go watch Eddie Izzard. This is a very colorful cake. I'm going to do this on a black fabric. I don't have any right now. I do, but not big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and dye some. I picked up a 28 count Lugana and a 28 count Fiddlers. I think I'm going to just dye the Lugana, like cut a piece and dye it black. And I'm really excited. Mostly because it's Eddie Izzard. And I liked finding out that, you know, she's went to an Eddie Izzard comedy show before. And that's high hopes for me. Just got a message. No, I would not like to buy a home. Thank you. I already have one. Anything other than that, not really. I am working on a little secret project, but I can't really show it yet because it's a secret project. I just wanted it to show when it's done. And it's not even close to being done. So I've only started it. I work on it like once every 2 weeks apparently. What else? Anything else? I just got a lot of stuff and not worked on. So that's it. This is only a 20-minute video. You guys are so lucky. I am going to show you a photo here of all the stuff that I bought from the lady under the bridge, which is a whole story. You guys should really come be in the Stitchers group so you understand. It's called the Midnight Stitchers. I will put it in the bio if I remember. If not, go to Facebook, Google, not Google, but go to Facebook and type in the Midnight Stitchers and join. There's only 3 questions. Answer them. You're in. That's it. I'm really excited. All right. Bye, guys.